It was obvious that... That wasn't very clever.
Don't flatter so much. Yeah.
That won't happen again.
You're very probably right.
Hang on.
You're very probably right about it.
You think? Same old story every time. Some people...
I'd better keep out of it.
That won't happen again.
Let's talk about something else instead.
But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know.
Something else instead?
You think?
I would like to be...
You should.
I better keep it.
I'm not living. That's really not my problem. As long as I'm not involved. I'm not living. You shouldn't believe everything you hear. People never learn. Hang on.
Hang on.
I doubt that's ever...
That won't happen again.
I'm not listening to all that blathering anymore.
Thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
I want to join the camp. I want to become a shadow.
Oh, you're looking for a chance to prove your worth? Good. You can do me a favor. If you do it well, I'll speak up for you in front of Diego.
What is it?
In the sect camp, there's a man called Kalam, quite a big shot. One of the gurus of the sect. Kalam is an alchemist. He has the recipe for an effective healing potion. I'd like to buy the recipe off him. Then I can produce it myself. But nobody can get near Kalam.
And what do you expect me to do?
The sect loonies are looking for new people all the time. You're new here. Just pretend you want to be recruited. Kalam is one of the gurus. That means he checks the new candidates. If you get in touch with him, try to get the recipe. Whether you want to pay for it or you don't, I don't care.
I'd better keep out of it.
Sounds like a difficult business. How much is in it for me?
At some point, Diego will ask me if you're suitable for us. Just guess what my answer will depend on.
Maybe I'll have to pay for the recipe. Give me 50 ores in advance payment.
Forget it.
I doubt that's ever likely.
Same old story every time.
Okay, I'll see if I can get the thing.
Let's talk about something else instead.
Show me your goods.
I got the best stuff here.
You shouldn't believe everything. You're very probably right.
Let's talk
I
about
doubt that's
something
ever
else.
likely to change. You're very probably right. Some people never learn. Let's talk about something else instead.
What is swampweed?
New here, are you? You can smoke it. Very relaxing for most of us.
That wasn't very clever. Why does that happen over and over?
Hey, you! I trade in swampweed and potions from the sect camp. Do you want something?
Let's talk about something else instead. That won't happen again.
You gotta watch what you tell.
It was obvious that there'd be trouble ahead. It was Some of you
you're
said
probably
we
right.
Hang on. Let's not go rush into anything.
You better not stay here. The orc land starts behind that barricade.
Is it dangerous?
Let me put it like this. You may as well give me all your ore before you go out there and let the orcs rip you to ribbons.
I think it might be best if I just turn back.
Pity. I'd have loved to take care of your ore.
What are you doing out here?
I'm a hunter. Above all, I hunt scavengers.
Where will I get a bow?
Here, I sell the best bows in the old camp.
Show me your goods. Show me your goods. Can you teach me something about hunting?
That depends. What do you want to know?
Show me your goods.
Tonight, let me pass.
What are you doing here?
I'm a hunter. I make a living out of selling skins and teeth.
Does it pay?
If you know how to cut up the beast the right way, yeah.
I want to learn how to cut up animals.
What do you want to know?
What the hell are you doing here? Try that again, and you'll regret it.
Better keep out of it.
People always talk. There must be something about this story after all. If you think...
It was obvious there would be trouble ahead.
How are things?
Not too bad, but I don't have anything to smoke.
Same old story every time. But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
I'm not listening to all that
shouldn't believe
blathering
everything you hear.
anymore. That had been cleared up ages ago. That had been cleared up ages ago. That won't happen again. I keep it.
Hey, just arrived? We need somebody to take some water to the peasants in the rice fields. This way you can make friends with a few people. What do you think?
Sure, I'll be glad to help.
Great. Go to the rice lord. He'll give you the water and tell you everything you need to know.
You take care of the rice fields, don't you?
Why? You looking for work?
Lefty sent me.
Oh yeah? What did he say?
I'm to bring the peasants some water.
Right. Here's a dozen bottles of water. There's about twice that amount of peasants, so make sure you share it out evenly.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
How's it going?
There's a lot of work. We need a lot of rice to feed all these people.
Is there anything I should know about this place?
Be careful at the camp, boy. A lot of cutthroats hang out there, just waiting to lay their hands on a newcomer like you.
Do you have a leader?
Well, you could say the Rice Lord's our leader, but most of us only work for him because they're scared of him and his thugs. Not like me. Well, I've been around a few years, and I've had enough of being knocked around by the rogues in the camp. The rice fields are just right for me.
What are you doing here? You looking for trouble?
Hey, relax. I'm a newcomer.
Huh? You look okay, though. You never know. You get new guys come along thinking they're it every day.
What's a man like you doing with the peasants?
Lee asked me that. I don't fight anymore, except to defend myself. I killed a guy once. And that was once too many. That's why they chucked me in this goddamn colony. It was justice.
How did it happen?
It was just an ordinary bar fight. I didn't mean to kill the guy. I just must have hit him too hard. I was a blacksmith at the time. I didn't know my own strength.
Why did you join this camp?
I'll tell you. My only option was to join those sect loonies, and I didn't want to let those gurus of theirs mess about with my brain. In the old camp, I'd have had too much trouble with the guards, but the mercenaries and rogues do have some respect.
They're afraid of you?
Maybe. Anyway, I found peace here, and you should try the same.
Can you teach me to be as strong as you are?
Even if I could, what would you use your strength for?
Good question. I'll think about it. Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, man. I was just about to start drinking the mud.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, man. A bit longer and I'd have started drinking mud.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, man. A bit longer and I'd have started drinking mud.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
Hi, I'm new here.
It's good to see a fresh face.
You must have been here a long time, huh?
Damn right, boy. I was one of the first.
In that case, you must know a lot about this place.
So-so. I spend most of my time out here just picking rice. That's what let me get so old. We get some rice and the odd schnapps. That's not much, but that's enough.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. A bit longer and I'd have started drinking mud.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
Hey, you! Well done. You're useful for something after all. I think this is exactly the right task for you. From now on, you do it every day. Go on with it right now.
Do you intend to go through this gate?
Do you intend to stop me?
No, but you should know what's waiting for you. This is not like in the old camp, and not like being with the sect loonies either.
And what am I expecting here?
There are no guards or Templars to look after you. It's every man for himself. The only ones who stick together are us mercenaries.
What do the mercenaries do?
We are the mercenaries of the water mages. Our target is to break free from here. We're working hard for it, and don't plan to take things easy like the guys from the old camp who are just having an easy time resting on the backs of the diggers. And we all follow Lee. He's a great man. He's the one who holds this damn camp together.
What do the mages do?
They investigate the magic characteristics of the ore our scrapers collect in the mine. As far as I know, they want to blow the whole damn ore mound sky high to free us from the barrier.
Sounds dangerous.
They said we shouldn't worry.
You have a massive ore mound here?
You could say that. We could buy the king's wife for that. But we don't give a damn about trading the ore with that old fart. We want to get out of here.
Where's the ore mound?
You want to see a real mound of ore, do you? There's a hole in the middle of the cave. They shove it all in there. But you won't get anywhere near it, I can tell you. The mages and our people guard the ore day and night.
I was just curious. How are things going at the moment?
The scrapers are still collecting. Once they have enough ore, we'll blow the mound up.
What about the rest of the people?
All crooks. They don't give a damn about the camp. I'd rather just have the peasants guarding the front gate. Watch your back.
Are you looking for something?
I'm looking for leaks in the dam. I reckon there's a lurker gnawing at the foundations. The beast grinds its teeth and claws against the stones and wooden beams underwater. If it carries on, the whole dam will soon be undermined.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Sure, stop that beast from gnawing at my dam.
Where can I find the beast?
I'd hunt round on the other side of the lake. Nobody ever goes there. That's probably where its den is.
Did you build the dam?
Yes, I built the dam back when we founded the new camp. Of course everyone helped, but I was the master builder.
And where do you want to go?
Why, in there.
Forget it. Silas only wants to see scrapers and rogues in his bar.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
You have to watch what you tell people.
As long as I'm not involved.
You shouldn't believe everything. Let's talk about something else instead.
I want to improve my handling of one-handed weapons.
Of course. It'll cost you, though. I want 30 ore.
A long time ago. Some people never learn. People always. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
Let's talk about something else instead.
The lion, then you're in trouble. That wasn't very clever. Some people don't need to know everything you hear.
How are things?
Get lost!
Maybe cleared agent. Some people never learn.
Hey, a new face.
Who are you?
I am Gorn, mercenary of the magicians.
That wasn't very clever.
What do you have to do as a mercenary of the magicians?
Lee has made a deal with the magicians. He hires the best fighters to be found in the colony, which means us. We take care that the scrapers can mine the ore without being bothered and keep trouble away from the magicians. The magicians make sure we'll get out of here, and we get a small share of the ore as our pay.
Can I stay somewhere here without having to kick somebody out of his hut?
I don't think so. But if that's really what you want to do, go and see Shrike. He's taken the hut right at the front, at the entrance to the cave. It was empty, but it really belonged to us.
Us?
Well, us mercenaries. Mercenaries and rogues live separately here. And none of Laris's gang should be here, on this side of the big hole. It doesn't make much difference, really, but he didn't ask. And you can't let those rogues get away with everything, because then they get real cocky.
What do I have to do to join the new camp?
Before Lee admits you, you'll have to improve your fighting skills. It doesn't matter what weapon you use, but you have to be good. Besides, you should be very experienced with the life here and everything. If you don't want to go to the other camps, you should try to join the rogues before you start as a mercenary. See you later.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore. Some people never learn.
Some people never.
You're very probably right.
Hang on, somebody.
Who are you?
I'm Torloff. I was involved in a mutiny as mate of a royal warship. It wasn't such a good idea. The greater part of the crew was on the captain's side. That's how I came to be here.
I'd like to join you.
Lee won't take you on until you get real good. I'm telling you now. And until then, you'd better stay on good terms with Laris and his crowd. You want some advice, boy? Steal something important from the old camp, or the old mine. As soon as the boys notice that you're against Gomez, you won't have any more trouble here.
And how do I do that?
You need to win their trust, and then you can rip them off.
It was obvious that there would be trouble. I'm not listening to them. I thought that had been cleared up ages ago. You rely on somebody, and you're in trouble. That's how it goes. I wouldn't like to.
That wasn't very clever.
I'm not. If you think.
Do you know where you're heading?
Where?
You're heading straight for Lee, our leader.
Better not go rushing into anything.
What do I need to do to make you let me see Lee?
Nothing. This isn't the old camp, and Lee isn't Gomez. He doesn't need an army of henchmen to hide behind. He can defend himself. We are only here in case he needs us.
Stop! Nobody may pass without the password!
People always talk. Some people never learn. You have to watch what you tell people to learn. Same old story every time. I better keep out of that story afterward. Some people never learn. There's a time when things would have gone very different.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though, because
If you think.
people always talk. Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
If you think.
I want to become a mercenary for the mages.
That's not so hard. If you're prepared to fight for our cause, Lee's bound to take you on. But he only takes people who are good with a sword. Well, are you?
Well,
I thought so. If you're really serious, talk to Gorn. He's trained newcomers before. Maybe you'll be lucky, and he'll take the time to train you.
You okay?
All's quiet for now.
For now?
If the rogues keep on attacking Gomez's convoys, it won't be long before him and his army come knocking down the gates. And that's not gonna be much fun.
Is there any trouble in this camp?
Man, there's always trouble. The rogues do as they please, and we mercenaries have to shield the mages and defend the camp.
See you later.
Step!
Greetings, magician.
May the blessing of Adanos be with you. I can help you to increase your magic powers or give you some useful items. What can I do for you?
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
We are the magicians of the Circle of Water. The magicians of the Circle of Fire live in the old camp.
But I can't get into the castle. Could you help me?
Well, occasionally we send messengers to our brothers in the old camp. But we only entrust these messages to Lara's men. He's been seeing to it for many years now that our messengers arrive safely.
You want to destroy the barrier. How exactly do you plan to do that?
We need major amounts of magic ore. We'll release the entire magic power in a great magic rite to blow up the barrier. Of course, such a big amount of ore attracts a lot of rogues and crooks. That's why we need a man to defend our plan.
I'd like to join you.
If you want to join us, you should see Lee or Laris.
I want to acquire magic writings.
Keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
That wasn't very clever.
Let's talk about something else instead.
Step aside!
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, Bob.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
But keep it to yourself. Some people. Hang on, better not go rushing into anything. There must be something about this
Time when things would have gone very different.
You have to watch what you tell people.
I bet.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, Bob.
You have to watch what you tell people.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear. Let's talk about something.
People always talk.
That won't happen again.
Shh! Hey, you!
Who? Me?
Exactly. Come over here.
What do you want?
You've just arrived, haven't you? I noticed it straight away. There are a lot of things you need to know. I can teach you a few things. Besides, you have to watch who you talk to. Butch, for example. That's the guy over there, next to the campfire. Be aware of him.
Maybe that's really not my problem.
What's the matter with Butch?
He has the mean habit of beating up the new ones. So you better avoid meeting him.
What can you teach me?
It depends. What do you want to know?
somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes. I better keep out of it. Well, there was a time when things would have gone.
I doubt that's ever likely to
People
change.
always talk.
Somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
There must be something.
If you
about
think-
this. It's obvious that there's trouble ahead.
As long as I'm not involved, it was obvious that there would be trouble.
That wasn't very clever.
People always talk.
I'm listening to all of the That's really not my fault. No need to know it. Some people never. Maybe.
But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it. I better keep out of it. That cleared up ages ago. It was obvious that there would be trouble
Doubt
ahead.
that's ever likely to change. It's obvious
As
that
long
there'd
as
be
I'm
trouble
not
ahead.
involved.
You're from the sect camp, aren't you?
We call it the Brotherhood. I'm Baal Kagan. The sleep will be with you.
What are you doing here?
Originally, I was sent here to convince people to join our Brotherhood, but these barbarians are not interested in spiritual enlightenment. Therefore, I'm restricted to selling swamp weed. And that is a popular occupation here. Too popular. I can hardly deliver as much as they want to have.
Why don't they send an extra man here?
Baal Isidro was meant to help me, but he just spends all day in the bar on the lake and trades his weed for rice schnapps. He's addicted to the spirit. I fear I cannot expect any help from him.
I could help you sell your weed to the people.
I can only entrust such a large amount of weed to members of the Brotherhood. But you could help me give out gifts. Not everybody has tasted my goods yet. As soon as they've tried the weed, they'll want more, which means I can sell more.
I thought you could hardly manage to do your tasks now.
Baal Isidro will be taken care of soon. I've already sent a message to Kor Kalam.
What's in it for me if I hand out the weed for you?
I can reward you in many different ways. You can get magic spell scrolls from me, bearing the powerful magic of the sleeper. Or I can help you join our community if that's what you want. I have very good contacts to Kor Kalam and Baal Tyon. Both are very close to E. Baryon, our master. I can pay you with plain ore as well if you prefer. 100 nuggets should be enough for your efforts.
Okay, give me the weed. Who do you want me to give it to?
You're sure to find someone who'll take it. Talk to people, but only give one stalk to each person. One more thing. If you let somebody take the weed from you or if you smoke it yourself, our deal ceases to exist.
Sure. Show me your goods.
As you wish.
Now where are you going?
Where can I go?
To Laris.
I want to see Laris.
I doubt he'll talk to you.
Just you leave that to me.
I won't stop you.
Where do you want to go?
I want to meet Laris.
Laris is here, but you need a good reason to disturb him.
I want to join your gang.
Many people want to join us. You'll have to make a better offer if you want to pass through this gate.
Hey, how's it going?
Do you want to buy something?
I need a few things.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
People always talk. Watch what you tell people. Might be in his shoes, though.
There must be something about that story after all.
It's obvious that there'd be trouble ahead.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
Some people.
Well, hang on. Better not go rushing into all the blathering anymore.
Hang on.
I can show you how to control your body. It's the art of acrobatics.
Same old story every time.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
But keep it to
You're
yourself.
very
People don't need to know it.
I better keep out of it.
You shouldn't believe everything you. Maybe. You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
I have some swamp weed here. Do you want some?
Sure. Here's 10 ore. Come by again when you get some more, will ya?
People always talk.
I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore.
You have to watch what
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
You got some? I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back any time, brother.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
rely on somebody, you're in trouble.
I'm not listening.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
You got some? I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back any time, brother.
I have some swamp weed here. Do you want some?
Sure. Here's 10 ore. Come by again when you get some more, will ya?
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
You got some? I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back any time, brother.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
You got some? I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back any time, brother.
You're very probably right. I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here. Anytime you need to get rid of some more, just stop by.
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here. Anytime you need to get rid of some more, just stop by.
I have some swamp weed here. Do you want some?
Sure. Here's 10 ore. Come by again when you get some more, will ya?
I have some swamp weed here. Do you want some?
Sure. Here's 10 ore. Come by again when you get some more, will ya?
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
But you got none. Hey, don't piss me around.
I've shared out the weed.
The first new customers have already been to see me. You've done a good job. What will you have as a reward?
I'll take the 100 ore.
Very well. Here.
That won't happen again.
I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore.
That's really not my problem.
I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore.
Who are you?
I'm Wolf. I make armor.
I'm looking for better armor.
I can't sell you anything. Lairs would kill me if I sold armor to strangers.
How do I get furs and skins?
On the way to the new camp, you'll come across Aiden. He can teach you how to skin animals. Radford and Drax are hanging around in the north of the old camp. It's on the way to the trading square.
Where can I get a bow here?
You've come to the right address for that. I offer good value for good ore.
Do you trade in anything else?
I buy furs and skins from the hunters. If you get something like that, I'll buy it.
I shouldn't believe everything you hear.
I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore.
That won't. I'm not listening. Some people never learn. I wouldn't like to be I wouldn't like to be in his shoes though, because he.
Let's talk about it.
You're very probably.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes though, because he.
Hey, you! Hey, you! Lucky for you, but I would have enjoyed polishing your mug.
And where do you want to go?
Why, in there.
Forget it. Silas only wants to see scrapers and rogues in his bar.
How about some ore as an admission fee?
How much ore exactly is some?
I have 10 ore. Here.
10 ore? For that, I'll allow you to try again.
How about some ore?
How much ore?
What do you say to 50 ore?
That's about half of what I'd call some ore.
time of things would have gone.
told you to take some water to the peasants. I don't like people who make promises and then don't keep them. A fight!
You bet.
Good!
I doubt that.
People also never learn. Maybe. Very probably is. We shouldn't believe everything. Agree differently. Why does that happen over and not go rushing it?
It's long.
It was obvious that...
I want to learn how to cut up animals.
What do you want to know?
How can I skin these creatures?
It's very important to skin them from the front to the back. Once you get the hang of it, it'll be easy. Furs are very valuable. The furs of wolves and shadow beasts can be used to make clothes. When you examine the fur of a killed animal, you'll soon notice if it can be used or not.
Show me how to take off the claws.
Actually, it's quite simple if you know what to do. Bend the claws forward, never backwards. And you mustn't pull them out either. Lizard's claws are especially useful. From now on, you'll know which creature's claws to take.
How do I get the teeth?
The most important thing is to make sure the teeth don't splinter. To avoid that, put your knife near the center of the tooth and lever it out carefully. You can take the teeth of wolves, shadow beasts, and snappers.
What do I have to observe while skinning reptiles?
The only reptiles suited for this purpose are lurkers and swamp sharks. If you slit the skin at the sides, it'll peel off by itself. From now on, you should be able to skin reptiles.
It's ever likely to change.
You think? I'm not listening to him.
I better keep out of it. I better keep out of it.
Maybe.
There must be something about that story after all. Maybe. Let's talk rely on somebody else.
I'm quite capable of doing anything you tell me to.
That won't happen.
Oh, so you're intent on failing, eh? There is one thing that only someone who's not with Gomez can see to. But I'm warning you, you blow this and you'll be in mighty big trouble.
I'm ready for your task.
What I'm about to tell you is between you and me, and nobody else must ever hear about it. Understood?
That'd be cleared up ages ago.
Sure.
We have a problem with a guy from the new camp. His name's Mordrag. He's been stealing from the ore barons. Of course, that applies to a lot of the rogues in the new camp. But this guy has the nerve to come to our camp and sell our stolen goods to our boys. He's gone too far. But he knows I can't do anything about it.
Why?
Because he's under the protection of the mages.
Why do the mages protect that Mordrag?
Because they use him as a gopher. Our local mages are in contact with the mages over in the new camp. They often send gophers back and forth. They're likely to become very unpleasant if I throw one of their gophers out of the camp or have him killed.
What about me? What do you think the mages will do to me?
You're new here. You'll be okay. But I'm responsible for what my boys do. That's why it's vital that you keep your mouth shut.
Do you want me to kill the guy?
I want you to make sure I never see his face around here again. I don't care how you do it.
That's really not my problem.
Same old story every time.
Sounds to me like the mages are your problem.
Yeah, but they're a problem that's hard to solve. A few years back, one of the shadows tried to stab the High Magician of the Circle of Fire while he was sleeping.
But keep it to yourself.
They found him later in the outer ring. In fact, he was scattered all over the outer ring.
There was a time when things would have gone very different.
Where can I find Mordred?
You'll find him at the south gate on the other side of the castle, just beyond the entrance. The bastard wouldn't dare come any further into the camp.
I'll take care of it.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
Hang on.
Hey man, new here? I haven't seen you before. I'll join you for a while, if you don't mind. I'm sure you'll need a friend.
Get lost.
You're not in a good mood today, are you? I better come with you. Tell me, where are we going? Or is it supposed to be a surprise? I like surprises.
You told me I could have as much stew as I wanted.
And that's true. Here, take 3 portions.
Same old story every time.
If you think...
Don't pay attention to me. I'll stay with you, don't worry.
Right.
That's really not my problem.
Don't you have any plan of where you want to go?
There was a time. You're probably right. That's really not my problem.
If you think. Hang on.
Let's not go rushing into anything. The worst shit.
Are you really the
What if I
magician's
am?
courier?
The magician's couriers bear seals, which allow them entry to the castle. If you were one of us, you could get such a seal.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes.
And if I wanted to join the new
If
camp,
you're
could
serious,
you
we
help
can go
me?
now. I can take you to Laris. He is the head of our gang. But if you prefer to beat me out of the camp, well, go for it.
Let's go to the new camp.
Okay, follow me.
Are you looking for a quiet place where we can talk for a bit or something? Is it possible we're walking in circles? I mean, I don't know where you want to go.
Well, here we are. When you pass through the gate, you'll reach the new camp. Talk to Lars. He will help you. Give this to him. It's a precious ring. It's your ticket to see Lars. You need a good reason to be allowed to meet him. Well, thinking about it, I think I'll stay here for some time. I've earned enough for now, and things are heating up in the old camp. If you want, come and meet me at the bar. It's the hut out on the lake. Take care.
See you.
Keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
That won't happen again.
People are...
Better keep out of it.
Where do you want to go?
I want to meet Laris.
Laris is here, but you need a good reason to disturb him.
Mordrag sent me.
Mordrag hasn't been seen here for some time. He's probably changed over to the old camp.
I came here with him.
Mordrag's back? If you meet him, tell him Laris wants to see him.
Mordrag gave me something for Laris.
What is it?
A ring.
Certainly a precious piece. Okay, you can see him.
Where can I learn something?
With me? I can help you to improve your dexterity and strength.
I want to better myself.
He shouldn't believe everything
I want to join your gang.
Oh, yeah? What have you got to show for yourself, then?
Mordrag sent me. He gave me a ring for you.
A precious piece. It's part of normal procedure here to share your booty with your gang leader. But the fact that he gave you the ring proves that he must think a lot of you. I want you to go to him and tell him something from me. Tell him I want somebody in the sect camp. The Brotherhood is planning something big. I want to know exactly what's going on there.
Is that enough for me to join you?
Mordrag has spoken up for you, but you're not ready yet. Do your tasks.
What else can I do?
Baal Isidro from the sect camp has weed worth at least 400 ore on him. I want you to get it from him. I don't care how you do it. If you have the weed, sell it. Bring me the 400 ore. Then we'll talk again to see if you'll be admitted to the gang.
clear. Wouldn't like to be an issue, though.
What can you teach me?
It depends. What do you want to know?
That won't happen again.
How can I improve my lockpicking skills?
You'd like to know that, wouldn't you? It's not too difficult to begin with. Above all, you have to make sure that your lockpick doesn't break off. If you're a little bit more patient in the future, you'll see that you won't need that many lockpicks anymore.
I thought that'd be cleared up ages ago.
Maybe.
I thought that'd been cleared up ages ago.
Well, there was a time.
I want to better myself.
Thought that'd been cleared up ages ago. Well, there was a time when things would have gone very.
Same old story. Every
Obviously,
time.
there'd be trouble. Some people. You're very probably right.
Some people never learn. Maybe. Same old story. Every time. Hang on. Not really my problem. Rushing into anything.
Let's talk about something else instead.
That won't happen again.
I bet.
I'm not listening to all that blathering anymore.
That won't happen again.
That's not really my problem.
I'm not listening to all that blathering anymore.
There was a time when things would have gone very different.
It was obvious there would be trouble ahead.
Why? In there.
Forget it. Silas,
Better not go rushing into anything.
I'm a scraper.
you don't look like no scraper. You won't get in here like that, boy.
Let's talk about something else instead.
That's true. But I don't see that you...
Doubt it's ever likely to change.
That won't happen again.
I'd better keep out of it.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
Show me.
As you.
But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know. Shouldn't believe everything you hear. It's not after all. I'd better keep out of it.
I need.
Think.
And where do you...
Why?
Forget it.
You're very probably...
How? 100 ore nuggets should be enough.
Truly spoken. You can get in.
There must be something about that story after all.
You're from the free mine, right?
Right.
I'm not listening to all the...
How'd you find that out?
Wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
That won't happen again.
How are things?
Great. We trade our homemade rice snaps for ore. Well, the boys carry in enough ore. Where should they spend it, if not here?
Rely on somebody.
I better keep out of that.
What are you doing?
I'm making rice snaps, boy. Here, have a bottle, but don't tell Silas.
How's the distillery going?
I can hardly keep up with these guys. Man, can they drink. That's a good thing, really. While I'm busy, the Rice Lord's lapdogs leave me alone.
What can you tell me about the Rice Lord?
He's a damn swine. His thugs pick on the weak and force them to work in the fields. Well, the only one who could stand up to him is Horatio, but he doesn't do violence. Well, I did once hear him say he'd love to smash the Rice Lord's head in, but he'd never really do it. It'd go against his beliefs.
When things would have gone very differently.
I better keep out of it.
I better keep out of it.
Rely on somebody.
Wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
There must be something about that story after all.
Same old story.
Same old story.
Reliance.
That wasn't very clever.
I'm not listening to... Hang on. Better not go rushing into... Some people...
I better...
You shouldn't...
Laris has a message for you.
Tell me about it.
He wants to know what's going on in the sect camp, and he wants you to find out.
I get the feeling this problem will solve itself.
Same old story every
Some
time.
people never learn.
You have a problem.
Really? What's that?
There are people around here who want to get rid of you.
Really? Then you can tell them they should send someone along to enforce their wish.
What makes you so sure I'm not the one to do it?
Because I think you're smarter than that, boy. You'll soon realize that there are better opportunities than working for Gomez. We, too, need capable people in the new camp.
Rely on somebody.
People
and you're in
always
trouble.
talk.
That's how it goes.
You wouldn't want to be in his shoes listening to all of the plans. People always talk. I doubt it's ever likely to change. Some people never learn. As long as I'm not involved. Wouldn't want to be in his shoes, though. I'm not listening to.
Some people never learn.
Go dancing by the moonlight. Oh, munchkin, munchkin, munchkin. Munchkin, munchkin. Give me fire, give me that which I desire. What? I've got such such a lovely bunch of coconuts. Miss Rachel. You said Mr. Rachel again.
There was a time when things would have gone very differently. There must be something about the story after all. Some people never learn.
I'm not.
Hi, where are you off to?
We take the Minecrawler secretion from our brothers in the old mine to Kor Kalam. We go to the old mine every day to collect it.
What kind of secretion is it?
We obtain it from the mandibles of the Minecrawlers. If you know how to do it, you can take them out without losing the secretion.
Can you tell me how to get the secretion of a minecrawler?
Of course. After you've killed the beast, you get hold of the mandibles and pull them straight out. This way, you'll get the secretion gland without destroying it.
What does Kor Kalam need the secretion for?
As far as I know, he makes a potion with it which increases the magic powers of a novice. Since we are preparing for the great invocation, he can't get enough of the stuff. With the aid of the potion, he'll prepare the novices for the great day.
Have you enough of the potion for the great invocation of the sleeper?
No, we still have to collect much more. Our Minecrawler hunting units are in action day and night.
Can you tell me anything about the mine?
Well, this part we're standing in now is the main shaft. A system of catwalks takes you down to the bottom. And they're digging for ore everywhere. But you need to be careful. There are many mine crawlers there as well. Right at the bottom is the smelting place. We're smelting a part of the ore to use it right there.
What do I need to look out for in the mine?
Mine crawlers, mainly. Dangerous beasts. We've had to give up a few caves because of them. They've eaten quite a few diggers, too.
Tell me about the crawlers.
Oh, but my tongue's so dry. You bring me a beer, and I'll tell you something about the crawlers.
Here, drink to my health.
Thanks. Well, crawlers live in large packs, mostly in the side caves. They've never attacked us here in the main shaft yet. If you ever meet one of them, run. Or stand with your back to the wall. That way you may stand a chance.
Tell me more about it.
If you want to know more, go to Viper. He's the smelter. Or talk to Ian. He's the boss. He organizes everything here in the mine.
Where can I find Ian?
He's right in the middle of the main shaft, next to the storeroom. Oh, one more thing. You know Thoris, don't you? Forget him. There's just one person who has the say in here, and that's Ian. He's the boss. If you get into trouble with him, you'll be in trouble with us all. Understood?
See ya. What should I keep in mind when I'm in the mine?
Beware of the mine crawlers. The further you get down, the closer you get to the beasts. Those rotten creatures come directly from Beliar's realm. You can hear them scraping and scratching. They're sitting in the dark just waiting for you. I've seen them kill. They're merciless and fast. If you enjoy being alive, you shouldn't be down here. You better go before something happens to you.
Can I trade things with you?
I have everything you need. What I don't have is no use to you anyway.
Can I trade things with you?
I have everything you need. What I don't have is no use.
The guards will never get me.
What do you mean?
I only work when the guards are nearby, or they can see me. Otherwise, I just hang around here.
Don't they get suspicious?
Yeah, well, of course I dig less ore than all the others do. It's not always enough, so I have to do a bit of trading. I keep my ears open, so I get to know many useful things. You don't happen to have some ore on you? Let's say about 10 ore?
Good luck.
Well, you know where to find me.
How's things?
I have a deal to suggest. If you make Aaron leave the chest alone, I'll give you 10 ore.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, sure.
What are you doing here?
I'm watching diggers like snipes over there to make sure they keep their hands off my chest.
Ian sent me. You should go to see him at once.
What does he want?
No idea. Ian will tell you that himself. Do you think he'd tell me something like that?
Then I'll go to see him.
You owe me 10 ore.
Here, you've already earned the 10 ore. Oh, and one more thing. I have the key to his chest as well. For you, only 30 ore.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, sure.
What's in the storeroom?
That's none of your business.
Standing around for so long must make you thirsty.
You bet, man. I could use a good swig now. Got anything on you?
Here you go. Have one on me as well.
Thanks.
Is there anything special in the storeroom now?
Some chest that we store supplies in. The keys disappeared, though.
Disappeared?
I bet Aleph was involved. That guy can't be trusted.
A new face. Have you ever dug ore, boy?
Have you been here long?
I've already been here 10 years. Oh, believe me, I've learned and experienced quite a lot here. I've encountered many dangers and managed to stay alive. In the old times, when we worked in the abandoned mine, the one which is deserted now, and the supporting beams collapsed. But that's old stories.
You must have heard about many escape plans as well.
Listen, boy, I know you want to get out of here, but forget it. You better forget the thought of escape. I saw the faces of those who tried to get out of the barrier. Don't make the same mistake. The barrier will stop everybody.
I don't want to dig in the mine for the next 10 years of my life.
No, you won't. Perhaps you'll be one of the real big shots. Who knows? You'll work your way up. But no matter how far you'll get, the barrier will finally stop you.
Good luck.
Same to you, boy. Same to you.
Can I trade things with you?
Yep. Anything you want, if you have ore.
Are you Ian, the boss of the mine?
Yeah, I'm Ian, and this is my mine, so don't touch or break anything.
Tell me about the mine.
If you want to look around here, you need to be careful. There are mine crawlers in the caves. You better stay in the main shaft. And leave the Templars alone. Even if they only hang around most of the time, they're the best fighters you can ever have at your side when it comes down to the crawlers.
I'll keep that in mind.
I have some work to do, and don't keep my boys from doing their work.
I'll just have a look around here. Isn't that Gomez's mine?
Yeah, of course, this is the mine of the old camp. But in here, there's only one boss, and that's me.
Can you tell me something about the ore production here?
We dig for ore day and night. This means a storage of 200 sacks per month, and another 20 sacks which will be melted down. Hundreds of blades can be forged with the ore we supply to the gang.
I've heard that the ore has magical qualities. Tell me about it.
The magic ore does have special qualities. Weapons forged from it don't break. Their blades are sharper than usual ones. An army equipped with these weapons has a decisive advantage in battle.
Tell me more about the ore.
Unfortunately, the magic powers of the ore vanish during the smelting process. They know the right smelting technique in the blast furnaces of Nordmar. But even without the magic powers, weapons made from this ore are extremely resistant and do more damage than normal weapons.
I'll just have a look around.
Don't make any trouble.
It's obvious that there'd be trouble ahead. People all... There must be something.
What do you know about the mine crawlers?
The crawlers must have a nest somewhere. If we only knew where, we could destroy the whole brood. May the sleeper protect you.
What are you doing here?
I'm hunting mine crawlers.
Can you tell me something about crawler hunting?
There's just a single rule to remember when hunting crawlers. When you see them, run at them and kill them as fast as you can. Fight without fear and kill without mercy. May the sleeper awaken.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear. That's really not my problem.
Let me. Let.
I hear you're the smelter.
You're a smart boy indeed.
I hear you only melt down part of the ore.
Some time ago we used to melt a lot down, but Gomez and the Majors were none too happy about that. They hung around here for weeks to examine the ore and everything else. They fiddled about and stuck their noble noses in things they didn't have a clue about. Finally, we only smelted a part of the ore. The Majors never came back here.
Can you give me ore?
If you can give me any goods.
Hey, how are you doing?
Okay. So long as nobody don't get the idea of opening this gate, I don't need to hurt nobody either.
What's so special about this gate?
Mine crawlers. Big, bad mine crawlers. Lots and lots and lots of them.
Well, there was a time when things would have gone very differently.
That won't happen again. Same old story. You're very... Hang on.